How are you doing today? Good. I'm thankful for you guys being here today. My name is Marlon Solomon. Um, go ahead. All right, great. All right. So, my name is Marlon Solomon. I'm a project engineer at African American Culture Initiative. We are a Boston-based nonprofit organization. Our mission is to build historic bridges in underserved cultural communities, research, education, and technology. Right? So my training is civil engineer, and what I do in this work is I look for urban design, technical, right? A lot of what I do centers around very simply how the infrastructure controls and educates and directs and by time conditions us to do certain things. You see a chair, you sit, you see the engineers school, that's where you go, you need to exit, right? Yeah, and these infrastructure, depending on how it's built, conditions and controls the kind of way we think about certain things and how we do certain things. All right. So in this, citywide scale, actually national scale, right? Redlining and urban renewal did this. Okay? Now I'm not going to go into too much because there's a quiz, right? And we're going to have some prizes in terms of income to raise the MTA. So doesn't put that there's no so we're going to I'm going to go through my presentation. I'm apologize for just a little late, but we were in here about 8 years after presentation. All right. So this is the right of the actually so what I did a symposium. Symposium is planted. But the symposium that we did, what we did was we have an artist campus studio Boston. She made this movie. She was supposed to be here today, but she came. She was unable to make it. She sends her apologies. And this is the portrait right here. So, all right. So this is the brand called Redlining mural. It is a community mural. It's a living document, living expression of art. What it does is that each of these words, trust, heritage, trust building, heritage, resilience, overcome. Words that are proof that you give us what we need to do. Add a word to this mural. Next slide. Please go. It's on, right? And we'll be taking this mural around. Like I had, there's gonna be 4 more words added on Saturday. Now, if that was here, we will be adding this word today. But if you can't make it, and as fate would dictate, you guys can come on Saturday and watch your word go up live at our symposium. That is about the word for redlining. So at the end of this process, I will discuss with redlining, and then one about the, if you guys see the slide before, uh, see? Okay, I don't know how I'm gonna do this. Let me turn it off. Let me put it in and put it out. Give me a second. All right, there you go. So please pull out your phones. This is a method I use when I teach my young people so that they're not doing things on their phone that I don't want them to do. You can't take away your phone from them, but you control what they do on it. All right. Um, as you can see, this is Slido. Okay. It's still not working. It's turn it off and on. See if that does the trick. This is our check question just to open up the thing, right? And we want to know how much you think you understand by redlining. Okay? Okay, let's plug out the vision. Oops. So, oh, goodness. All right. Well, we have a very routine. I don't know when I know everything. So that's a pretty broad spectrum there. All right. Go ahead. Beautiful thing. Boston. Okay. So we okay, so we got 10 people. Is everybody logged in? Everybody logged in? Okay, great. So we have 10 people, and it's probably 11. Anybody else? Going once, going twice. Well, that's good to get formally on. So glad people have already joined the quiz. Very eager. Right? We have everybody there. We have 8. We have 3 more. 10. 1 more. There we go. Very good. Okay. So this is the first question. Very first. Oh, the red line. Multiple choice. Right? House situation, guide infrastructure development, lower property value of ethnic groups, locate ethnic and racial communities, maintain segregation. Let me know when everybody, 5 out of 11. So $50. All right. Top 3. All right. So you guys go for 11. All right, housing discrimination, how tool to guide infrastructure development, lower. Okay, so we have about that. And our answer is locate racial communities. Don't worry, everybody gets it wrong. And then why do we get it wrong is because we've not been told that that's what this is. In fact, if you do any research on redlining, there's very little research being done. I mean, has been done. The effect of redlining. You will hear about mostly property value, something to do with property. Yeah, that's true. That's the thing. That this is the only use tool. It's a tool. It can be used for anything. Many multiple things. The primary purpose, if you look at the red line map and what the surface is serving, and it literally tells you who lives where and how much they pay. That's the data. And the red line. Is African American, Jewish, Slovenian, Italian, Syrian, Armenian, that, and it's based on culture, not on race. Back then, in the 1930s, when the Boston Red Line Map was issued February 1st, 1938. Okay? I think the immigrants, that's why you know the history, see how things are happening. The immigrants were from Eastern Europe, running fascism, and also African Americans running away from fascism in the South. So the influx of African people coming from Europe, Germany, mostly a lot of Jewish people. Like if you notice, a lot of Jewish communities involved starting in 1890, turn of the century, or the building of World War One. Right? So let's be very clear that the red line is for ethnic purposes, not even racial. Back then, Jewish people were not white. German, maybe you have an accent. The race, and that's what's happening today. Which is how people are backwards. Get it out. Alright? So okay, so my this right guy is speed. One thing I didn't worry about for a bit, and then that's the way it works. All right. So although we do have a leader, just because they got it wrong quicker than others. Good job. That's where confidence will get you. You see what I'm saying? All right. The next question is, which colored zone on the red line map would a Jewish community be located in? Right? So there's green zone, blue zone, yellow zone, red zone, and yellow. Border closed. Is everybody getting on? Okay. All right. Okay, what's going on? All right. Okay, see what's saying. See what's saying. See what's saying. See what's saying. Sorry. Right. More. Excellent. But everybody is too far ahead of you. All right. You have 10 out of 12? 12. One more. Give everybody an opportunity. This book here is look at it. It talks about the Jewish community that used to be in Dorchester, Birmingham. And a lot of people do not know that. If you go there, you see all the temples. You really like, start looking. Like Dorchester used to be primarily Jewish. Yeah. Community. So this book tells all about it. In fact, 68,000 Jewish people moved out of the area in a year and a half. And that's right. So what do we have for answers? We have 27% blue zone, yellow zone 36%, and none of the above. The answer is yellow zone. All right. So let's see who we got here. Uh-oh. We've got some leaders going on right now. Okay. 4 seconds. Fingers. So the yellow zone, right? And very important to understand what yellow is a common term we use. The different frame when you think red, you're thinking of like I would it's not even though it's not completely based on race, even though it's very based, but it is poverty and us as revolutionaries, people buried in this in that way, right? Yeah, so, right? So first they have to go through that and those are things that they're be American. If you're not from the Revolutionary War, then you are an immigrant. So the yellow spot is for white people who are not American white. Diversity, and it's for and it's, so it doesn't matter if you have money, it matters if you Okay, so this is not about money. In fact, most of the areas that we're talking about in Dorchester, the Jewish people own them. So that way we're really being attacked by the realtors because we're not giving any money to you. So we don't want you to live there as such, right? If you just stop and just accept what is happening. So which of these neighborhoods, which of these neighborhoods were African Americans not discriminated? Uh, the red line, right? The red area, American, African American, doesn't mean this is like Irish over here. It can be Irish, but a lot of people don't know. And the Northern red line. So, all of these. This is looking pretty good these days. What do you think? The 60 something years after it there. So, that was the reason. Back then, just like most things, they built things black. They also built. The management, like we said, Dorchester, Hyde Park, even people, Boston, in yellow. So that means that if you live in your city, you are a person, if you can afford it, this is like legacy. African Americans used to be in the West End, that's why it's after meeting. Turn of the century, gentrification pushed them out here to here. South End and Roxbury, that's why you have Union Square, while these guys are big. Another part is Cambridge that people don't realize. The biggest population of African American community in Boston was in between MIT and Harvard. It was a place called the Fort. And that during the 50s and 60s, during the urban renewal, they were supposed to build what they call the Henry Loop, a highway that's supposed to reach all the way around here and go straight into Cambridge. If you go around like what's the Assembly Road, you see a ramp to nowhere. That ramp to nowhere is supposed to go to Raspberry. Yeah. So you're doing a documentary series. Shameless plug to man. Right, doing a documentary on the love cultural hubs of Boston. So you know the people's stories, the people that experienced the urban renewal in the 50s and 60s. This should be coming out in February. Let's see, what we got? Trick question, none of these. Hello. For no Americans living in Dorchester at that time. Because of that, you have a Jewish community and you have a lot of respect. There's a difference between the Jewish community actually worked very well with the African American community, which is why they tried to lump the African Americans and the Jewish community together. Further they were allies, the African Americans, obviously being going through a lot of similar, experiences and hate. And so they, I Boston, the descendants of that community. In fact, something in 2026. Um, about the stories, but yes, that is the right reason. Let's see what we got here. Oh, person, let's see. Some people don't get the okay. Next question. How many people were putting a redlining initially? Right? Now, when I saw this image for the first time, every thought you see is an African American community that had been there. Then the end of slavery. When you think of slavery and the legacy of slavery, a lot of people don't understand about how the um, that how the family relocation, the inability to have a family where you understand every year somebody could be anywhere at any time is devastating. Okay? You're talking about your children, your husband, you don't know who to marry, you don't know who to love, but maybe find out if I get these are the real histories. Okay? African Americans have had they've been to this country in 1667, being in a location for one long period of generations, only between 1865 and about 1960. The only every that displacement or forced removal or family separation, every time before that. So that's how that would hinder cultural development. If you can't have on it, you could have it. Every community in the community that was level to the ground, and both of them were economic centers, like African American versions of Chinatown. Soul food, they call it chitlin circuit, for those of you who may not know. But where you get all the greatest music that America has ever created. James Brown, okay, Aretha Franklin, Stevie Wonder, all of them played. So the Apollo Theater in Boston is Wally's Jazz Cafe. That was the area that area had about 10 to 12 jazz clubs, which we call Jazz Alley. Think about that. Okay? Let's get this answer. All right. 70 to 1 million people. Well, all right, 9%. All right. The answer is there is no definitive data. Although with the 1 million. um, 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 the reason why there is no definitive data, there's no data for who people get shot by this. The powers that don't picture the you're not really so there's no research. And I found age. I when the wars of the big five and go which is great to say that nicotine is and there was no data. Why could there no research? So this has to be in your mind that there's a lot of reason why you do not know this, reason why you learn stuff new to you because it has not known it, just been buried in its history. And if you don't go back to certain history, then you won't know what is going on. And the operating to only perpetuate and add to the problem because that is what you there is no definitive data, although that 1 million approximately about 67% are African American. I think that um, okay, so Kristen's still in the lead. Goodness, girl. Shit. I'm sorry. I think it's you know, shit. Today. This is it. 5 questions. Oh, sorry. What am I doing? Okay, there we go. How was infrastructure affected by redlining and no comments? Somebody comments on how these structures of land, lowering property values, real estate taxes, and all of the above. So this area is called Beaver area. Right? This is, and I don't use this term lightly, this term is the affected Gaza of God. What do you mean? Be isolated by infrastructural review. All the areas around it have racial needs, um, racial needs in the house, the house deeds, right? And inside is where Jewish people used to live. So Jewish people used to live there, and then African Americans were not living there. What they did, and it was actually done in 1968 to allow done in 1968 after the Fair Housing Act, which was actually all of rent. It was 7 days after the King's death, assassination, um, and it was designed simply to grab America back, right? But once you take out what you put in the T stop, property value goes up. Right? That's why when you get property, T, it has value. Take out T stops. All this area was littered with trains. You can't, like if we take the train, the trolley and good are in Brookline, that was a green area, and Milton, which, well, it's customer management, but it's really for Milton, all right? Those are the only places the trolley exists. Everywhere else is ground, imagine what the English farmers do to take out the train. What happens to business? You don't need to stop all business. You don't need to cut it down by 10, 15%. And most businesses will will be out of business. That's how I control infrastructure. That's how we control your business. Oh, you put your business there, I won't put it roads, so I'll make it hard to get there. Right? So here's the part which has a zoo, right? The zoo, golf course. Somebody please and tourists should have access. But anyway, this area was isolated, the ways in and out, the trolley lines were removed, you see the car. Car, as we all know, is stratified and who can afford it, right? Everyone can afford a car. So once you say you get a car, dog will pay, you know, here. So this is not about keeping people, about making it hard for people to get things. Create resistance, enough resistance to be, like how many times you came down here, there's no parking, you wouldn't come. I mean, they would struggle with parking. Because that's the, if you don't have parking spaces and so it's, I got resistance there. But this all the parking, when you go together, there's no parking. So this is why people can't stop and park. So you all get there within the car. That's how powerful the urban designer is. All of us who work in the hospital, a urban designer said, okay for you to be going there. There are codes, there are different things you have to build to make a hospital, and that is not justified because we want to. The correct designer says this is where it should be. There's supposed to be ratios for fire. So if you don't have enough fire department, then more of these are going to burn down because we don't have fire. Infrastructure controls everything. It's in the middle. It's here. I'll be here. Well, we get here. Friend with you. Cool. Right? So it controls behavior. Right? It is a. All right, let's see who's got there. Oh, okay, we did it. Okay, sorry. Oh, you're right. You're right. You're very, very true. It affected all of the above. And the winner is. Lesbian. Hey. Great. So I have 30 minutes. Okay, so you're counting the 6 minutes. Oh, I appreciate that. I was rushing, but I thought I didn't have enough time. I thought we'd be done with three. Okay, so let's have a discussion on alcohol and redlining. I would, so you can, the idea behind it is that as we're talking, knowledge is going to be um, we are going to be honest, if you see keyword in our discussion, please. It's now we're starting the process to go to work looking over. Look at it's Eve, Eve. Eve wants to know what she needs to be thinking about, what she needs to work on, and I need you guys to be connected and resolve. And let's have a conversation. First of all, go to a school base so that I can facilitate a good conversation. Okay, well, let's go through and then we'll go from there. Yes. That's the rest of parents. So I guess speaking of like how the lasting legacy of Redlining is, how does it reflect on the current modern day? Great question. It's asking a good paraphrase that how does Redlining affect us today? That basically, one, I love my species. Yes, always the diet for. So, have you noticed how those roads are super tiny? Hmm. Why would you say that those roads are super tiny? Yeah, exactly. But there were laws, all zoning laws, and just like we have, right? That road is wide and it needs to be this long because we're designed for. Do giving, flying, use any word you want. Or you have a Hummer. Next time you go on the street, you see a trail, no horses on like a little sign. And like, really? That's deleted? But the law. It's cool. So you must be there. That's how it works. That's how the urban design. Well, the urban designer and design that's pretty. It's when we're built on the care. Because it's literally in stone. Literally. And that's how the design works. Because the red line evolved and they took a cultural hub, like a cultural hub that was in the south end, part of the church, but the best jazz musicians that ever was born, they down there. You can go and enjoy that. It will be an economic people coming to Boston. How would Chinatown survive if there were no kitchen? The power of infrastructure. So we really, how would you say that it was a natural. How would you do the garden, right? Everything is working with each other. part of the part of that been removed. Now, concerned for what's going on in the other and how everything's interconnected. So if there's a place that used to bring in tax dollars from a certain area, now there's no tax dollars, now we need to create welfare. Now we need to create all these things to fill up the hole. There's no tourist dollar, there's no economy in that location. So how it works, just like I said, just to define for next thing, is that just like the company is exploding stone. Once all these changes that were made, not based on the optimization of the communities in those locations, but based on to maintain segregation, to what racism, anti-Semitism, all these things are built into the concrete that we live in, which is our faith. Okay? So if we took out the graveyard that's right there, nobody has reason to come visit. All of their also to be here. But it also gave us locations in Boston, in the city now, that do not have enough patronage because, hey, we downsized from 15 floors to 5. So those 5 floors, but also the restaurants that used to do the lunch are now suffering because, okay, people aren't doing we talk on and on. We've all done it. Those are so unity, community, great, great. And okay, so any other questions? That was good. The president in there. Any other questions? Just comments?
I mean, I guess like, what are we doing to like prove this? Like displacement, or like what could we do against something that you're just saying is like, again, it's like, how are we doing to like, yeah, I guess it's just.
Okay. Well, the first thing to let people know, like I said, we had in this discussion, I realized how important that um, the infrastructure plays in your life. How long it takes to get to work, how long your children go to school, the kinds of resources that are in that school, because businesses, tax dollars usually fund the school system that they're in. It helps us look and understand how it's not inherently the characteristics of the people that live in the area. You know, that's what the area is this, and just like that, and what the area is this. Because, I mean, like I said, I just feel like if you go to Wally's, it now no longer, the stage is not fueled by the people who invented the music, because we used to fuel the stage of the musicians. And now Berkeley students, we love Berkeley students, but I don't know, it's somehow like what I call Haitian fried rice. Haitian Gigi, right? Doesn't go. Yeah, it's probably tasty like the original. Right. That's what, not to mention the educational things that go on to that. So what we need to do, apart from the education that they do, is redesign the infrastructure and to, with the understanding of what is happening, having an equitable urban design. That's really the only way. You can put a great school and put great programs in Deutsch, all you like. It's just a marginal effort, a marginal improvement because literally there's no community in the area. There's no traffic, there's no business, no street. right? There's no Washington Street, Chinatown. There's no, like all around you, then, right? There's no access to the cultural locations in the place. Not to mention, it is not going to be southern building. Martin Luther King Church is where the Reagan used to be. A lot of African American experiences here. That it was down there what happened. People will be going down there. That's how culture is into an infrastructure and economy. They're not either the same thing. Right? Chinatown is something Chinese cultural art, products and services. That's why it exists. Same with the North End. Those recipes are passed down from generation to generation. And that's not really changing. So, advocating for locations and economy within communities is how we do it. That's a great problem. Like, it's not that we can just
neighborhood like Dorchester. But then there's like added how big, you know, supply and demand. So, you know, just thinking of the future, how would you be able to design finding Dorchester displacing?
but it is repair. If anybody is in construction, you know that the difference between the new builds and a renovation is I really go with the new builds. It's where I'm just going to build. It's really problematic because we have existing infrastructure, people there. But what I will tell you now is that regardless of whatever we do, Hyde Park is going to be gentrified without a doubt. And already advocating to tell people so they know that they're paying their taxpayer dollars to be displaced with this. Their money is gone, forget it. All right? It's probably one of the more diverse and I say economically diverse, which is another characteristic of these African American hubs back in the day. Upper class, middle class, and lower class living in the same area, which is really bad for the community. Right now, we look at our American community, all the it's like brain drain, all that's the right, and then there's the color. So we're going to back, we're going to look going on, we're going to hire your down there, we're going to do that. It's all about like there was black one. Not very, very well. It's actually more important. But it's not who's going to blame anybody. That's not your parents to do. You have to send your kids to college. So we don't know where they're right? So therefore, I gotta go out and take a house and then meaning what the environment is. Right? We're advocating for displacement. The city of Boston currently, and Molly and I were just meeting about police. They have for displacement. Zero. They have nothing. They didn't even call they didn't say that we don't even want to call it plan. So this becomes go ahead. Yeah, they have a community. So square the streets, rezoning, thing that they're doing now. How many people how many people know um with square the streets, square the streets, and how the displacement of these locations are going to be final. So we're anyway, I work with community for my part. Um yeah, to think about what they can do to stop displacement from residents. I'm seeing like a lot of organization, that are orientated for these displaced people, right? I'm not sure what that looks like or access, but you just feel like there, once the property values start putting structure to a property values will go up, people will get displaced. The High Park Bridge? High Park Bridge is a little, it's not, well, it's not exactly that. Basically, that High Park Bridge, um, it connects the power from that part of the city across the train line to the other. So they can only work on it, believe it or not, about 30 minutes, an hour, 2 hours a day. That's why it's taking so long. They go, the trains, everything, they're gonna have to shut down the power. So that is the very reason why that. uh, So we got about a few minutes left. So, okay, let's look at accessibility, advance, power, rise up, unity, reflect, equality, community, belonging. All right. Now I'm going to give you guys a chance. Please, if you agree with wholeheartedly, you think it needs to be bigger, put it with your phones. And the thing is that you're going to try to see. So you hit CO, community will pop up, and you'll be able to click on community, and then it'll get bigger. So let's roll our work out to see which ones we resonate with from the community group, right? Accessibility, okay, that's with anything else, we've got advanced, our community, unity. If you see any of these things, you think they need to be bigger, I don't care how many times you do it, just if you have the energy, do it. But the idea is we're gonna use this to kind of sort out the words we want, and we're gonna do a last voting on our words. I don't have a good access to a. Alright. Alright, so we have accessibility. So word one, freedom. I give you. Okay, so you're wrapping up. So one thing, I think it's safe to say, accessibility. Chicken scratch. Accessibility is one. Community, right? And unity. Unity, yeah, unity is three. We can't have double work, so if I would pick the word, this was. Alright, so the last exercise we're gonna do. Alright, so we're gonna break the top three words. Alright, so option one was accessibility. Option two is, and now this is the final word that goes up on here. So I don't, you have these options, accessibility, community, and unity. Right, so that's all. So please, let's rank option two. We got community in the lead. Communities in the lead. Communities in the lead. Option three, unity. All right. Uh-oh. Unity. All right. Okay. I got 9 people voted. I think we just need. Oh, everybody's down. Okay. One participant. Exactly. Oh, we need a tiebreaker. Okay, we have 3 words that we want to choose. And then somebody else not, because it did have to be one people, 1 second, sir. Again, put it in the question. One word, we need a tiebreaker. And don't be free. We got one person. One is accessibility. Give it up, please. One last thing before you put your phones down. Um, how much do you know about? Now, this is the final check question to see if this works. It's all about the data. Data driven. That's the catchphrase. Everybody likes it. Data driven solution. In the meantime, like I said, I do have a repair symposium. It's a community conversation, 50th nation of Boston Public Schools. So September 12th actually was the first day of school in 1954, and the desegregation of the Boston Public School system happened then, creating a lot of issues around busing and violence in the city. Um, and we'll be talking about that. We have Dr. Michael Pari, he's the CEO of the National Math League of Community Health Fairs and National NWPP. Harold Google is actually one of my partners who is posing with me. He's a Howard Law professor. Ira Jackson, who was the chief of staff to the mayor at the time, he's the one that gave the report after the first day of the desegregation. The report was nobody got killed. Yes, this report, because it was so scared of what would happen on the first day. There was so much violence. That was actually the good report. And no one got killed. Mr. Louis Finfer, he is a stalwart in our community, working so hard. He's been around working since the days of the Freedom Riders almost, it's the 60s and 70s, fighting for equal justice. And then Leola Hampton, she's a former student that was brought to South Boston High School. And we got the Boston Latin Academy, there are 5 breakout rooms, they have a jazz band coming, soul food from the Coast Cafe, be a thing. You should learn and have fun. We celebrating African American culture. This is brought to you by, this is actually the first, I know you guys have heard of the Harvard Legacy of Slavery Initiative. There's been a lot of talk in the globe about it. And yes, the first that Harvard is giving back to do that little representative, so I'm actually pretty happy to report that. Because there are a lot of people that ask me, okay, they have this going on and people like to see Harvard, and I am not going to shy away if they are doing things that I feel are not productive for my communities. I will speak out, but like my mama says, if you want to watch this shit, you gotta get your hands dirty. And that's just kind of where I see myself, conduit between the bureaucracy and the historical legacy of slavery that they hold, right? And they've got to unlearn. I think some of the things that we need to understand is that not just the African Americans slavery, is that the reason why we don't know a lot of these things is because we're also suffering from the legacy of slavery, and you've been protected from knowing the harsh realities of what's going on the street. And we feel like the present difference between here and prosperity. And that's infrastructurally driven opinion, or my data driven opinion. So, legacy of segregation, it was even more pronounced because the schools that just been knocked down by urban renewal, so that schools African Americans to go to in the first place. It wasn't done by, just they go to school in the place. African Americans, they don't want their kids to go to be taught. Today, it's supposed to be a temporary solution. The kids that are from the age of 3rd or 4th grade, They got the best and brightest and taught and educated, and then by the time they get to the point of being able to produce what we hope that they will produce, we really didn't have any affiliation or understanding. And that's, I teach, high schoolers, youth program. Most of my kids are medical kids. Right? So I think 1 minute, 5 minutes. Okay. Um, I hope that you enjoyed and learned something. And of course, okay, 7.2, 4.2 to 7.2. So we're now C. Good job, good job. And I want to thank you all for everything. I have my brochures and I have a few flyers. I think there are a few flyers Saturday. If you go to my link tree and my Instagram, all that you can get tickets. It's free. Starts at 9 and we're going to breakfast, and then we're going to have first plenary. And then after the first plenary, we'll go to the breakout session, 5 breakout sessions. We fair treatment, equal opportunity, health, equity, and cultural rights. Our organization will be the cultural rights. Second, we encourage all of you to come and have very thoughtful, provoking conversation in and around cultural development, using because of the infrastructure I know for the Native American deculturalization efforts in this country, and that happened in schools. At least they had like formal schools. We would have family relocations, with the, all the things that happen. There's not a woman's me story. This is like when you're repairing anything, if you're trying to do anything, you have to actively define the problem. The problem of unity, the problem of family. I don't want it to be like it's just from slavery. This is from there will be churches in our community. There will be clubs in our community. There will be music venues in our, back then. That is the natural state of our community. And we're now moving from there to living in projects with, and that's why you go from 1968 when I was the king, right, to see everything, everybody's about the church and all that. We go from that to drugs. Stop playing your own music. You invented hip hop 50 years ago. Who invents some new music after they've been playing music for 100, 200 years? And not if you invent a new one, something, Guru, a big guru friend, he played the keys jazz. So my generation was just one removed from this group. So I had more jazz than hip hop. Boy, the skills are out there like they used to be back in the day. And this is because, like I said, the venues, faith, where our people used to learn how to play instruments, the best instrumentalists that God ever created in these communities. That's what we're, all they're dying off at this very moment, but this is what we are here to look at. How do we allow people to generate funds culturally? That is equity. Not work for another culture, another job, another thing. Yes, you have that. You have Chinatown. Chinatown has loads of people who are, computer scientists and everything. Come on. But they have a base that they can never go below because the community never allows them to go below. There are people in Chinatown that have been living in Boston for 30 years. They don't speak a lick of English. They don't need English to make money if they stay there in their culture with their network, with their people. So that's something that we that's your vacation. That's where I'll leave you guys today. I want to thank you very much for attending the Ride Above Redlining.